Hi Tea Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet. Today we are checking out Twice's Pink Lemonade, and this is another Japanese track, and we were doing so well Japanese tracks until I got to Wake Me Up, and then suddenly the copyright gods were like, no, that's not gonna happen. So if you're wondering where my reaction to that is, Patreon. Will this end up on YouTube? I don't know, but we're gonna have a good time anyway, because I feel like Pink Lemonade and Twice just make sense. Like in my brain, I'm like, yeah, those two things go together, and I don't know why. Maybe it's the pink aesthetic, maybe it's the fact that it's like something that is fairly normal and festive in the summertime of like lemonade, but make it with a little bit more whimsy. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but it makes sense in my head, and I hope that the song is a lot of fun. The Japanese tracks have been so far, so these pictures are like a little bit ethereal, aren't they? All right, Pink Lemonade, let's go. Ooh. Magical? Did say a bit of whimsy. Ooh. Ad-lib. Okay, I know I'm interrupting, but I love that like sour and sweet, like my heart is sour and sweet of that being in love, being the sweet, and then the sour being it's disrupting your life, right? So like the lemonade, and I like that it's pink because pink partly Twice, like I was saying, but also like pink as in like love and like hearts, and I think more like flowers and things like that, right? So I think that it's cute to have that image there as well, but like really interesting like synths and stuff going on. I feel like I say that like, every one of the early Twice songs, I'm like, who decided to go through all of the synths? I feel like their production team is just like, we need to use at least all of the synths at least once in their discography, because there's some crazy sounds that they just pulled together. But I like that we had, like I was saying, there's almost this like whimsy fairy tale feeling, and then we get into a love song, right? So I love that they key that up with the first synth that we get in the mix. There's like really heavy like piano keys. You swing back and forth. Beautiful little flip up there. I love that. I need you, babe. That's so cute. I feel like Taeyong has some of the cutest lines in a bunch of the earlier songs. It's so cute. But I love that flip up there we get with Nayeon into that like falsetto, like thinning out the sound, which I feel like is also part of this too, is like it's that vulnerability in it of me being like, hey, I understand that like I'm being vulnerable in this and like I'm admitting my feelings, but I'm not getting the same like obvious like return of those feelings, right? Of saying like, oh, I look at my phone and it's a text from my mom, it's not a message from you, right? So this is knowing how you feel about a person, and the other person is like not being super straightforward about what they feel, which is that like sweet and sour, right? That like back and forth. I love this. My heart's fizzing, right? With the like pink lemonade. That's so cute. And then like my heart gets hot in contrast to like a lemonade, which you usually think of like summer days. So I think it's so cute. And even the like, it's all your fault of like why I'm going through this turmoil. That's so cute. It bops though too, like it just like has a crazy drop. For what? I feel like all of their Japanese tracks are just a party. The popping magic and the fizzing, love that. Oh, Momo is in there too, cute. Ooh, okay, before we get back into it, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Tui, darling, but I love that pass off of a bunch of voices layering together. I think that it's so fun in terms of the delivery. It's a little bit more conversational as opposed to like singing, but I also think, again, it's like that collective experience of this is not something that I'm just feeling in isolation. Like, this is something that a lot of people can relate to. So I love that we have flipping around from a bunch of different voices in this. And also I was like, where's our Momo? I was like, I need some Momo vocals on this because I feel like her voice would fit so well with this concept of just fizzy popping, like love and pink and all of that. Like, I feel like her tone just would fit so well with that. A little bit of rapper Momo too is always fun. Like, you say sorry with a smile. Oof. Oh, we're doing some reconnaissance. Just before we get to the drop again, I love the, oh, my friends are telling me, like, is it true that you think this? Oh, I can't ask them, but like, you should ask them. It's just so elementary school crush. And even though I can't miss this chance of a century, it's just like this, the way that you think of love or having a crush on somebody when you're like super young is just, it's the biggest thing on the planet, right? And like, it's something that consumes your life. And you're like, obviously everyone knows how I feel. Everyone knows about this. They're talking about this. And it's like such a huge deal. And like, in retrospect, you're like, was it though? Right? Like, you're like, was it? Because I can tell you some of the people that I was like, oh, I had such a big crush on this person. I'm like, did I? Or did I just like the idea of having a crush, right? Did I like the idea of the fun of being like, oh yeah, I totally have a crush on somebody, more than like the actual feeling. Maybe that's just the asexual in me. But I love just how over the top this is. It's so melodramatic and I'm here for it. The way they're just leaning into it. Little like chimes too. Beautiful flip up from CO2. Ooh, okay, we're bopping. I don't know why the production team, these songs is like cute romantic songs, like a bunch of their Japanese releases that I'm going through, and then the production team is just like, yeah, but what if it was like a club beat? Like, they're just like, what if it was a full-on party? And I don't know why they've made that decision, but I'm here for it. Like, it's just so much, and I'm here for it. Okay, like, why only go halfway? Why not commit to the bit? And again, I love that they switch up the lyrics in the second chorus to add to the story, right? Something that is a bit of a simplistic concept, but they're adding in that interest, right? Like, impatient to figure out if this person actually feels the same way. We're getting that like halfway through the song. Like, hey, I've said all the things about like how I'm feeling, and do you feel the same? I'm not getting messages from you. I'm getting a little bit patient now. So I love bringing that in, and just like a beautiful flip ups that we're getting as well. So cute. Oh, I love the way she softened out her voice, but I'm sorry, I understood it by it's so cute. Going with the baby. Okay, ad-libs. Ooh, the way that she like lightened up her voice there, getting that higher note. Okay. I know Dill always shows up. Like, it doesn't need to bop this much. I also love the like love me, and then it's like back and forth. Ooh, it never ends. star. I gotta go back for beautiful Junghyun vocals. Beautiful mixed tone. Ooh, shivers from that last note. Just like switching into that falsetto, like head voice, and that little vocal run. Gorgeous. And I also love that we are ending on, again, like that lightening up of sound, so there's like a vulnerability to it. It's like a bit of a less like grounded sound, like getting into that kind of like mixed place where she's pulling up her chest voice, so there's a bit more power behind that before she softens out her voice. And I love ending on this kind of vulnerable, softer note. Wild production on that one. All of the synths, all of, like the mixing of these like backing vocals going on. Love that it's just like bobs, right? Like it's just so much. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why not? It's a fun, upbeat song about unrequited love, or the moment of whether or not you're going to figure out if it's unrequited love. I know at some point people have been like, the Japanese tracks take a shift, and to be warned of that. But I'm enjoying just the cute love song. They all seem to be unrequited, and I'm like, what? Y'all need to get better people that you're interested in, because after we feel What Is Love, and like that whole album was them being like, man, I can't get anyone to return my feelings. I'm like, what do you mean? Look at y'all. Look how talented you are. If y'all can't get anybody interested, we're all screwed. But I just think it's so cute. And I love how they were like, again, flipping into that kind of like lighter sound, especially with all this crazy production going on, the contrast of those, and being able to mix it so that it cuts through that production still. Super fun song. I really do love the image of love being pink lemonade, right? Like, again, it's like sour and sweet, but it's also, there's a certain like feeling to it, right? Of summertime and carefreeness and being away from a lot of responsibilities, right? If we're going to the school imagery, because we're talking about not being able to study, but also the majority of us in the summertime when we have like vacations and things like that too. So just like sunshine and a bit of freedom, and I think that like fizziness, right? This like popping to it, right? I think of like butterflies in the stomach, or there's something almost like exciting or like special about it, right? I feel like a lot of us, maybe like pink lemonade isn't something you just have like on a regular basis or like all the time. Maybe that's just me, the family that I grew up in, but it was definitely like a special occasion. So I think that it like adds into that feeling of, this isn't like an ordinary crush. This is like special, because every crush that you had when you were a kid is like special, right? So I just think that it's so cute and melodramatic. And I think it just leans in so much to what it feels like to have a crush when you're like super young, because yeah, of course it was like this huge thing, especially if you had a summer crush where, oh my gosh, it was like your whole life, it consumed everything. So I think that it's such a cute song and super upbeat. The production, again, going crazy, and just like a super like dancey, heavy beat. And I think that's so much fun. I bet there's choreo, and the live performances are super fun, because the energy of that on stage would just be like a really fun time. But I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this playlist to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to miss next time I post a Twice reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.